So this goes through those mental defilements, those ideas, those genetic codes that we have in us, and you start to become neutral in the face, equanimous in the face of this.
Yeah.
So whether you hate this and you're trying to run an aversion to that, or whether you crave it, women, sex, drugs, rock and roll, blinking lights, flipping screens. That's why I brought up the application,
Got it,
the
yeah.
Bumble and stuff like that, because we're so anesthetized and stimulated,
Right,
with
connected and
blinking lights and blue colors for Facebook and red dots for Instagram and dopamine and serotonin, and we're so addicted to these
Right.
things and we don't even know it.
And what did you find in your 10 days? You did it twice, and you
I
said
did it 11 times.
11
Twice a
times.
year for 6 years straight.
Fuck.
2 hours a day.
Fuck, wow. Wait, 2 hours a day? What do you mean? Just
I
sitting?
would sit an hour a day in the morning and an hour a day at night.
Okay. And when the guy said he had a gorilla on his back, was he referring to something mentally or?
No, the pain.
Oh, the pain.
physical pain.
Understood. Okay.
So you ask about Vipassanas. I say it's the most physically,
Challenging.
mentally, it's the most physically, mentally challenging and enduring thing I've ever done in my life.
Wow.
I really like to sit another one. Since I've had kids, a lot of these 10-day type of expeditions,
It's too far. Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, I do a lot of medicine. I talk about ayahuasca a lot. My friends, my wife is now doing it. She's got 2 years under her belt. She's having good experiences. But everybody wants to drag me. Oh, you need to do more medicine. You should do some medicine. You need to open your heart more. And it's like, look, I got the phone call multiple times. I've done it 30, 40 times in the Amazon with real shamans. I got the phone call. I don't need to hear the message again. I got the message.
Yeah.
I'm actually integrating 10 years of the Czech Institute. I'm integrating everything I studied at the Czech Institute. I could be integrating that for the rest of my life. I am integrating the message of Mama Ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I don't think I need more medicine. But people have their own shortcomings. They have a little bit of spiritual awakening, and they think, oh, well, you need this. I learned how to point the finger right back to me.
And you've been doing this since, like, what, the 90s, going to the Amazon?
2006 is when I
2006?
drank my first cup of
Okay.
ayahuasca.
Before it was through the internet and there's documentaries about it.
Yeah, I mean, Terrence McKenna brought it forward. Richard Schultz brought it forward early on. I'm not a pioneer, but I think I'm a pioneer. I was one of the first responders on YouTube. My videos have still some of the most popular ayahuasca descriptions and definitions, and real shamans down in the Amazon research, and it's still some of the most dominated ayahuasca content on the internet, on the YouTube.
How do you feel about, I feel like there's a lot of people, like even my friends now are talking about DMT and ayahuasca. How do you feel about people kind of like getting into, spirituality and finding themselves, and then kind of, I don't want
it into party drugs.
Not even making it to party drugs, maybe jumping the gun a little bit. Maybe some people who don't even have a daily meditation practice want to go to the jungle and drink some cups.
Well, here's the way I say, anything will awaken you, and all paths lead to God. All paths lead to your awakening. So who am I to tell you don't do DMT with your friends?
Yeah.
And you got it on the internet or something. Who am I to say that? Right. I did, hundreds of unconscious mushroom journeys and LSD journeys and ecstasy party. Like how, these ayahuasca experiences are so powerful. So is being hungover for 5 days or coming off heroin or something stupid like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that is going to wake you up spiritually as well. It's just going to be a different path, and it's going to be an unconscious choice. So who am I to say that? So here's my deal with medicines that are being done. I believe they are extremely powerful wake-up tools. They are here on this planet. If you know anything about ecological development, stones were here first. Plants developed millions, if not billions of years before the humans did. Our relationship with plants is probably the strongest relationship of any other ecosystem on this planet. We use plants for medicines, food, housing, textiles, and clothing.
Right.
We have an extensive relationship with plants. And we don't have a lot of common knowledge about plant medicines right now. So these
Right.
things are massive tools. They've been on here for a very long time. Whether you're making ergo mash, absinthe, these bacteria and these mushroom spores, this is what Abby Hoffman figured out. I think the guy that found LSD, is that Abby Hoffman? I think I might have his name wrong. But, he was testing these bacteria and he licked his finger and had this bicycle ride home, and that changed the world forever. But these things existed long before. Somebody figured out Bufo alivarius. These psychedelic medicines have been, who the fuck am I to tell somebody don't do it?
Right.
However, I think if you work with someone who dedicates their life, like I have a Bufo alivarius shaman that I trust with all my clients. He sings and prays into existence. He prays extensively. He's got a very safe environment, even though it's in the city center.
Yeah.
In one of the city centers, which I think that has tons of psychic density. When you go to the Amazon and you peel your consciousness wide open, at least you've got the nature devas, you've got the cacophony of sounds of the birds and the insects. The frequency and vibration of those things are so frigging fucking high.
Yeah.
They are going to tune you up. Plus the oxygen content of the Amazon, you're disconnected to some degree from the modern world. And so you can do your deeper work. And yes, if you have a spiritual meditation practice or a nature practice or a Qigong practice, you will be able to take these psychedelic or powerful drug experiences into your consciousness and build that into your lifestyle.
Right.
But if you're just using them willy-nilly and you're partying with other people that are doing it too, and a bunch of unconscious other people, this is a great way for entity possession.
Oof.
I say that because I've been working with spiritual healers, indigenous shaman from Maori, New Zealand, for over 25 years and witnessed many exorcisms, 60, 70 exorcisms over the years. Witnessed them flat out.
Yeah.
People doing the mashed potato and reptiles living inside of them and them start attacking you or the fire demons start. I seen it all, bro.
Yeah.
I seen it all. I seen it. So if you want to go party and do drugs with other people that are unconscious and maybe don't have your best interests in hand, and maybe the shamans want to energetically fucking suck your energy, or they're a black witch shaman, brujos.
Jesus.
Beware of that shit.
Yeah.
Beware of that. Not that I haven't done it. Who am I to tell you not to go down that road?
Yeah.
But beware of that. Go find some angelic shaman or some shaman that knows their shit. Look, there's Colombian shamans that married Yuri and I down at Rhythmia. There's in Sedona right now. These guys aren't leaves in the wind. They got thousands of years of lineage. They got spiritual powers behind them. You want to throw down with these motherfuckers. They pray into existence the future of our planet. They give a shit about the planet. They give a shit about the environment, the plants. They're dedicated spiritual warriors.